Hi Stampers, Eldonna here with stampingwitheldonna.com. Today I'd like to show you a one-sheet wonder card set that I made. I'm going to show you how to make these 4 cards, and also this box, this cute little box of treat box that you can make with 1 sheet of cardstock, 1 sheet of designer paper. The designer paper that we're going to use today is the Season of Cheer designer paper. There's 12 sheets of paper, 2-sided, and these are all the patterns that you get to see. So this first one here is the one that we're using today. So let's get started. We're going to start out with an 8.5. I usually take my my cardstock, 8.5 by 11. I score it down depending on if I want to have a top fold, or a side fold. If I want to have a top fold, I'll score it at 5.5, and then cut the sheet down at at 4.25, and then I have two cards out of 1 sheet. The next, we've got a 4 inch by 5.25 inch piece of DSP, and you attach that to your card. And I'm just going to use my fast fuse. The fast fuse is absolutely amazing. It sticks 6 times. It's six times more than your regular snail. It's actually, when you do the calculations, it's actually the same price as snail, because you get twice as much adhesive on a roll as you do on the snail refills. Our next step is going to be, I'm going to take this white piece of paper, and I'm going to stamp in Mossy Meadow. I'm going to stamp the Joy right at the bottom, and then I'll set that aside to dry. The next, I'm going to show you the kissing technique, and the stamp set that we're going to use is called Your Presents. This is one of the stamp sets that we got at convention for free, so we're all making great samples with this stamp set. And we'll use the pattern paper and also the stamp, the gift. So we're going to get out our red ink pad, and I'm going to ink up that stamp. And I'm not going to ink up the present. I'm just going to press that right on top of your pattern. Press firmly, lift up, and then you're going to stamp onto your white cardstock. Press firmly, lift up, and voila, there's your present. And there's not a punch for this, but I just cut it out just like this with the paper snips. And then I want to decorate this. Gift up a little bit. So we've got this striped ribbon in the catalog. You get 2 rolls, one of garden green and one of real red. So we're going to use the garden green one today. And I'll just cut a small piece of ribbon, just a little wider than the present, and take a glue dot, and I'll just put a glue dot right at the end of the ribbon, wrap it around, and I'm covering that little dot there. Then I'll take another glue dot at the other end, and I'll cut one more piece. To do the top, just a little bit longer than the gift, and another glue dot for each end. Wrap it around, and your present is done. Except we want to just jazz it up just a little bit. So I just take this ribbon, the end of the ribbon, without cutting it off of the roll, because I'm able to tie it better if I have a longer piece of ribbon. And I'll just tie that knot around there like that. Tighten it up. And then you just trim the edges off like that. Next we'll take 2 dimensionals, and we'll just stick them on the back of the present like that. Then we'll stick that onto our card base like that. I mean the top layer for the card. And I'm going to layer this on top of Mossy Meadow. And then I'll layer this on top of there, but I actually want to pop this layer up. So I'm just going to take 4 more dimensionals and put them at the back like that. Sometimes they're the ends of these are a little hard to get off, but hey, we make it work. There you go. And just a final little touch, I want to add a rhinestone on top of the dot on the joy. And your card is done. Now, but I always like to decorate the inside of my card as well. So this is what I did to the inside of the card. I just stamped the inside. I cut a piece of white copy paper. I make it 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'll just put glue at the top of the card like that so that this is loose. So this card can easily be reused. And if you make a mistake on the writing or you want to just re-gift it again, you can do that. Stamp and decorate it as you wish. And here you are. You've got 4 great cards. And with a leftover piece, you make this box. Thanks so much for stopping by, and come back for my next one soon.